I'm also the daughter of a father who did not know about any of this abuse until 3 days ago. I want to thank him for being here and supporting me today. I would like to thank the Children's Advocacy Institute and First Star for inviting me to take part in today's briefing. As you review the findings of the State Secrecy Report, it's crucial to remember exactly why this is important. It's critical to understand who is protected and who is hurt by state laws that keep the public from knowing how abused children die or get severely injured. I was one of those children whose hurt was shrouded in state-sponsored secrecy. I was one of the children who was hidden amongst the lies. These are some numbers from my childhood. 1 separated Achilles tendon, 1 broken arm, 2 tears in each knee from one sledgehammer, 2 hands with severed nerves, 1 bottle of Epicac to make me vomit the evil out of me, 1 loaded .357 Magnum placed to my forehead, 1 horsewhip across my back, 1 head held underwater until blackness surrounded me, 1 pair of socks, and 1 roll of duct tape to silence the screams, 1 broken heart, 1 cup of bleach swallowed, nights spent in a concrete closet, nights with a cold washcloth between my legs, and the number of tears that have streamed down my face, countless. No one looks at me and sees the numbers that made up my childhood. The secret is to be kept locked tight. What will people think of me? Will they judge me? Because that's what I was told. I would now be tainted and tarnished, ugly and stupid. I was beaten to be made perfect. I was simply not good enough. Because no one likes or loves anyone like that. So you keep the secret. You keep the secret, and somehow you get to keep some part of you since you've lost everything else. You figure if you ignore the story, you will silence the tears and screams in your mind, and the scars will eventually fade. That world of secrets is built up to protect you, right? It protects you. Well, does it protect me, or does it protect the myth? Does it protect the world that you think exists behind the smile and the pretty house and closed doors, or does it protect the little girl that was so scared? So I live my life, eyes shut, day after day, praying that you don't see me, see who I really am, or see that when I close my eyes, sometimes the scars tingle and the pain returns, and once again, I'm just that scared girl. It's not easy for me to stand here before you today. I've had countless conversations over the past 2 days preparing me for this with those closest to me. But I do it for the thousands that cannot. I had a brother who was in the home with me, who actually changed his entire name as soon as we were placed in care. He was adopted, and I was never angry at him for it because he had a chance to start over. I was older, so I just had to deal with it. Here's another number that's especially relevant to the report we are unveiling today. 120 child abuse and neglect reports that were filed on my mother and stepfather. Not one time did they take me with them. Not one time did they really look at me and see how scared I was and that I couldn't have been telling the truth. And yet, perhaps, the most astounding number of all is that in the face of all this, it was 365 days and 1 year before the state of Maryland declared me a child in need of assistance, removed me from the nightmare of my mother's custody, and placed me in foster care. A home in which I still endured physical abuse. But at least I wasn't raped night after night. And at least I didn't think that it would be better if I didn't wake up. Clearly, I have just described a child welfare system that was terribly broken, unable or unwilling to protect me despite overwhelming evidence of severe abuse. Is the system better now? Well, because of Maryland's substandard child abuse and neglect public disclosure laws, it's hard to know whether the clause that allowed my abuse to continue on and on are still in place. Maryland received an F in the first state secrecy report released by CAI and First Star in 2008, landing squarely on the side of protecting the privacy of parents and guardians at all costs, at the expense of exposing problems with the child welfare system that, if revealed and fixed, could save other children from the horrors I endured. This year, Maryland gets a C, and while this still mediocre grade leaves plenty of room for improvement, I count as a victory the fact that my state has taken at least some steps to peel back the layers of secrecy behind the causes of child abuse and neglect deaths and near deaths. Only if this reform continues will we get at the root of systemic problems that allow children to suffer and die. The state secrecy in child deaths in the U.S. report is a catalyst for this kind of change. I'm pleased to be part of this effort to get the word out in hopes of fully reforming public disclosure laws nationwide and saving many lives. I am Danielle Jennings. I am not this person anymore. I am no longer scared. I am the daughter. I am the mother of a beautiful daughter who has absolutely no fear. And I intend to show her day by day that no matter how hard I have to fight, no matter how hard she may ever have to fight, that you should always stand up for what's right and what's true. Thank you for allowing me to be here today.